Just me then, boys.
Na, 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 na. Wait,
Sinatra bringing the whiny to it.
hold on, I have a thing.
You got a thing?
Yeah, it's somewhere. Let me pull it up.
Do the thing. Do the thing. We're having a thing, people. Just gonna wait for the thing. Oh. Okay, you're losing me. Sounds like someone who doesn't know how to play guitar at the moment. This is Irate Bear playing it with his face.
Eyelids.
Okay, well, welcome to the Pre-GoT GPP, the T-A-G-P-R-E-G-O-T GPP, and we are your companions for today for the upcoming show, which is due in, 2 hours to go, boys.
2 hours.
2 hours to go. I don't know if I can quite handle it. I can
we
feel
just
me
enjoy the music for a moment?
bumhole clenching. Is this music, is it?
I'm enjoying it.
All right. Oh, it finally got there. All right. Now we're talking. You're going to keep that playing in the background? I think we should. Okay. Welcome to the Pre-GoT GPP. We are your faithful companions for tonight. You are joined by your host. This me, Maester Drunkle. I am joined by the three-eyed autist, Irate Bear.
Ours is the breakfast.
And the one-man hound pile, Sinatra says.
Hello.
Are we excited, baby girls?
Yes.
Very much so.
Ooh,
Definitely.
found straight off the Wildling Bat. Darkzaid with $2 Australian whispers. White tax. It's
White
relevant
walker
as well
tax.
because whites are zombies. Isn't it nice as well? You go, whites are just there's some unstoppable invading force. You go, yeah, we are, yeah. I mean, well, not anymore.
They massacred those poor brown people as well.
Oh, you see that article as well. Game of Thrones keeps
It's
killing
interesting,
off immigrants, and it's a problem. What the fuck?
Well, technically speaking, they are illegal immigrants.
Echo in the chat says, I hope this Game of Thrones isn't as shit as the last episode. Fuck you! Fuck you!
I don't get why everyone is so pissed off.
Well, it was a thing in
watched-
post-productions, obviously, that, you know, the editor or whoever was in charge of it said, no, this needs to be darker. And that was a right dick move.
I watched a video from PSA Stitch where he just was mad that Arya got the kill on the Night King. And it's like, okay, if you don't like the fact that Arya got the kill, that's fine, but he was just saying things that were blatantly untrue.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know how Jon came to find out that if you kill a walker, everyone he turned dies. Like, yes, we did see that.
Well, we all, yeah. That was the assumption even before we saw it happen as well, wasn't it? I mean, it's the Dracula rule. But, guys, today we are, last week we were in Winterfell because of the Battle of Ice and Fire, but this week we are in King's Landing, and the sun is setting on King's Landing. I think, anyway. But I got big theories from now on, guys.
Oh.
I got big theory. Yeah. I mean, every theory hinged on the idea that, you know, the Night King was going to be in it until the end. And now the Night King's gone. Everyone's just like, well, what the fuck is going to happen? But I got
No pact.
I won't
No
get
pact.
into it. No pact.
No pact.
I was well pissed off with that.
Yeah, that's how I thought it was going to end as well.
Well,
I
was
really
pissed
wanted
at
to know how they were going to go about doing it, but
Yeah.
obviously that's not going to happen.
But, I mean, we'll
in
get
the
into
chat, that's my second favorite thing people say. It was the first scene of the show from episode 1. And then you didn't see them for how long? Like, White Walkers were never the main enemy in the show. They were always a side problem.
They were just another house, if anything.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they were, though, because you had the Night King, head of the house. He was the Tywin Lannister. And you had his generals, which, you know, were the Craster's kids that he brought up for himself. And now they all dead. I mean, it's another house wiped out. fucking cultural
is.
genocide going on in Westeros, mate.
Another house bites the dust.
Another house bite. Dun, dun, dun. Arya could kill that song as well. She could kill anything. I mean, the thing is, if you go back and you rewatch last week's episode, put your brightness on your TV up to about 90. Oh, my background just disappeared there.
Oh, did it?
Again, yeah, keeps
Oh,
disappearing.
yeah, it did, yeah.
There you go. I'll put it on loop. It's fine. If you bring it up to brightness to about 90 on your television, it is a completely different show. I did my rewatch on Tuesday with my friend. He put the brightness and contrast up as much as they could, and there was a shot of Daenerys on the dragon breathing fire onto the battlefield as the blizzard comes over the top, and it is just gorgeous.
I think I
There's
might have to
blues,
rewatch.
there's reds, there's oranges, there's a dragon. What more do you want? Foreign extract sis, foreign for £5. Super Chat says, how can you be excited after the retarded mess that was episode 3? Terrible fan wank writing. Fuck you! 8 years I've been waiting for that battle. I've rewatched it 4 times, and every time Arya comes in and kills the Night King, oh, I still get tingles. It's just as good.
There's no lampposts outside Winterfell.
Yeah, that's the thing. Wars, you don't see a lot, you don't hear a lot. It's chaos, man. Just because you watch it in HD. Mike Root says White Walkers were the Hufflepuffs of Game of Thrones. It's a bit harsh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not Slytherins. Echo's got a good point though. Trebuchets on the front lines. Yeah, you are completely right. Meaning you only can fire them once. I mean, but beyond that, Echo, you had infantry stood in front of the trench. What the fuck was that about?
Yeah, that's the only thing that bugged me was everyone was outside the castle. Like,
Yeah, they're
why?
not going, hey, it's a castle. You know, let's utilize the fact that it's a castle. No, let's fire outside. Mr. Twisted Frenzy for the €2 says, are we down to 1 dragon or are there still 2? We don't know. There's a rule with Game of Thrones, if they don't die on screen, they're technically not dead, which is why I still want Syrio to come back. The dancing teacher.
Ah, yes.
Because we didn't see him die. In fact, I've got a little thing in the back of my mind that he could actually be, what was his name? The guy from the House of Black and White, the assassin dude?
Oh, I know you're about.
Jacan Al Negro.
Jagan Hagar.
That's it, Jagan Nagar. Nagar. Because everything...
Shelly's got a good theory in the chat. The Red Woman told Arya she'd close brown eyes, blue eyes, and green eyes.
Yeah.
She got the brown eyes with Walter Frey. The blue eyes were the Night King, and Cersei has green eyes.
I think you might be taking it a little too literally there, though, Shelley, because if you're going to be as literal as that, then Arya's only going to kill 3 people, when she's killed loads. I think it was just, I mean, the blue eyes bit was a bit of a wink, wasn't it? Like, hey, Night King, hey. But the brown eyes, the green eyes, that just means people, surely. And surely anyone who was born with grey eyes, they're safe from Arya's wrath. I don't know. I think it was more of a prophecy that she was due to kill the Night King. And what a death it was! Coming in out of nowhere like the fucking Predator against aliens, mate. Oh, love it.
That was a criticism that I saw, and I just felt that was just a pointless critique of it, to be honest.
Go on.
The how Arya got from A to B. They were like magical teleportation. I'm like, no.
There is a
She
shot
big stepped it
of her running through the crypts.
Yeah, I
There is a
know.
shot of it. Yeah.
Yeah, she fucking Billy Big stepped it.
She Billy Big stepped it.
Exactly. She
With
fucking, as I said before, she knows Winterfell better than anybody else. So, and she was noticed.
I'm just really disappointed that, I mean, not that Arya killed the Night King, but the day wasn't saved by Pod whipping out his cock and just swinging it around, taking hundreds of people out with each fucking go of it, you know. Just woof. The magic dick. He's still alive as far as we know, isn't he?
Yeah.
But we got it all to play for tonight, though, guys. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? I think it's going to be a talky episode. It's going to be, lots of politicking.
Yeah.
Maybe
absolutely.
it might finally come down. I think Danny and John might actually sit down and go, so I've been fucking my auntie, have I?
that
Well,
conversation.
we know next episode is going to be a huge fight.
Do we?
Yeah.
What? How do we know that?
Because it said so. I forget who tweeted it. I think it was like the director or something said.
I would not be
Next
following
episode.
that motherfucker, mate. Oh, we do not do spoilers here. In fact, I heard on the radio earlier on, they just went, oh, and episode 4 spoilers have been leaked, and I just ran down to my kitchen and turned off the radio. No! Foreigner Extraxis says, I think you'll be massively disappointed. I'm never disappointed with Game of Thrones. The thing is, it's not just about big battles, is it? It's about, you know, the character progressions and the actual politics of it. You know, the Game of Thrones. I think it was Varys said to Tyrion Lannister, he says, you know, you play the game well. The Game of Thrones. Mr. Twisted Frenzy for €5 super chat says, all right, question 2. Could wildfire harm / kill a dragon?
Probably not.
No, I don't think so. I think probably a wildfire is probably something that was extracted from the dragons. Like, you know, the base ingredient of it.
Maybe.
Otherwise, every motherfucker would be making it, you know? I know I would.
No, I think tonight's episode is going to be primarily, you know, funerals, lots of mourning.
Lots of funerals. Yeah.
Yeah, all the funerals. Lots of conversation. Yeah, coming to terms with a lot of shit. And politicking.
Lots of politicking.
And manoeuvring.
It's a very manoeuvring show. That's you know, the kind of critique that it's been getting was people didn't like the battles. I think these are the people that only look forward to the battles. Whereas, I mean, Bear, you know this because we text each other during the show. Someone can say one line and I'll go, oh, fuck! What does that mean?
Born Exastrix in the chat says, glad you're happy, mate, but it's bad storytelling. That's the point of a story, is that you don't make it up yourself and someone's telling it to you. And if you're surprised by something, that's not a bad thing.
That's also a very valid point as well. I think a lot of people are upset because either what they predicted didn't come true or what they predicted did come true. You know, they're a bit like, I wanted to be surprised. Well, it's your own fault for fucking predicting it, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I did predict Arya would kill the Night King.
You did, yeah, you did, yeah. You totally did. No, I mean,
I
no one
called it,
expected
like,
it to
last
happen
season.
last week, but you totally did.
I called it like last season too. I was like, watch, Arya will kill the Night King. They didn't have her training for 5 seasons to not get an important kill.
That's a weird thing as well. Like, the shit she was doing. When did she learn that?
The stick fighting?
When she's rocking through the army of the dead, like, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah, the spear fighting. She learned that when she was with the Faceless Men. Remember, she was blind and stick fighting that one bitch.
She was stick fighting, yeah, but she wasn't spear fighting, mate. That was
Same
about, like,
thing.
hitting people with the actual brunt of it, not poking them with the pointy end.
It's the same shit. When I took
flying through the air to stab the Night King. Where did she learn that?
Probably from the same people who taught her the stick fighting.
There's a lot of things that we've not seen happen, but Game of Thrones is one of those shows, isn't it? There's a lot happens on screen, but there's even more happens off screen. And I'm all right with that.
Oh yeah, this is translating, you know, books into TV.
Well, now we're off script.
Shelley's got another question like I asked. Is Jon Snow an unburnt because he's a Targaryen? We've never seen a confirmation or nothing.
Unburnt from what? He never got caught fire. No one caught him on fire or nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the
So we
thing
don't
as well,
know.
like, you know, because even with Dany, it's not like she is permanently fireproof. It's just those times. Now, this brings me to the Lord of the Light, right? Because the Lord of the Light is all about fire.
Yeah, he is.
You know, so I think there's been a couple of blessings that we don't know about happening behind the scenes as well. I mean, like the evidence that we got of Jon Snow being a Targaryen, hard evidence that we've seen is the fact that he touched a dragon and he's rode a dragon. But you know who else has touched a dragon? Tyrion Lannister.
Did he?
Yeah, when he freed them from the tombs beneath foreign land.
Oh, yeah.
But would the dragons let him ride?
It's Tyrion. I'd let him ride. He could use his dick as a saddle.
I started watching it from season 1, episode 1.
Oh yeah.
Earlier on
Go on,
today.
way back to the beginning then. Like knowing
all
what
the
you
way
know now as well. Oof.
Yeah. Colleen B in the chat is right. Jon Snow burnt his hand in an earlier season when he tossed a lantern at the White in the
he did.
castle.
But again,
Yep.
that's not to say that, to be a Targaryen, you are fireproof.
Yeah, it was just a question I had watching last episode, though.
No, I think that's down to because, the Lord of the Light has got some shit going on in the background. So I think that was one of those things, with Dany coming out of the flaming pyre and everything. That's something that needed to happen in order for us to get to last week's episode. A lot of things have been engineered to get to last week's episode, which is, again, part of my theory. But we'll get to that later. I mean, it's out there. It's out there. I actually told it to Bear in the week, and he went, interesting. It's not going to fucking happen. Because he's a prick. But I think it's interesting. Has the recent episodes changed anyone's opinion on who's going to take the Iron Throne?
Yeah. I always thought it was going to be Daenerys, but now I think it's Jon.
I mean, the chances are that it's going to kick off between them this episode, isn't it? It's quite high.
I think Daenerys is going to try to kill Jon.
I think you might be right.
Because, she never said anything when he told her his real name.
Yeah.
She never was like, oh, the guy I love is this,
Oh, no,
it was,
she went straight to, so you've got a claim to the throne then. She went straight to what's important to her.
Yeah.
As opposed to, oh, fuck, I've been shagging my nephew. I mean, that would matter to me. I've been saying for a long time, though, that Daenerys knew that they were related. She just didn't want to spoil the mood.
She wanted that dick.
She wanted that dick. She wanted that undead dick. Some of that Jon Snow dick. Oh, make it snow on me tits. P. Davis says Clegane Bowl has to happen. I wholeheartedly concur, sir. Definitely. That's going to be just as big as, the battle between the living and the dead. The Battle of Ice and Fire, as it was called. Clegane Bowl's gonna happen. Right, who's your money on? Clegane Bowl, go.
Ooh.
The Hound.
It's got me.
Yeah.
Because we saw in one of the first episodes of the first season, when the Mountain was going after some guy, the Hound just threw his sword in the way, and he stopped it like no problem.
Yeah, he intervened because the Mountain was going to attack. Forget the fucking guy's name.
Dolores.
That's it. He's the fucking bummer mate of the other one.
Oh, that was during the tournament.
Yes.
Yeah, jousting.
What I loved about that as well is like as soon as the king stood up and said enough, when it was the Hound fighting against the Mountain, enough of this shit, or whatever he said, the Hound was like mid fucking swing and just went, all right, boom, down on his knees, sword in front of him. There's loyalty there, whereas the Mountain was a bit like, oh, Dad.
They also saved his head as well, doing that.
Do you think it could have gone completely different then,
The Mountain sword swung over him as he kneeled.
Well, the Mountain's so big, like, his sword would swing over me as well. I'm too small. But you know me, Bear, I'm fast. As soon as he swings it, I'll be behind him. I'm plucking out some hair and putting it in a voodoo doll. All of a sudden, he's itchy. Thank you, it's functional say, enough of this madness in the name of your king. Thank you. I'll tell you what, the one quote I remember from Robert Baratheon was, oh, piss on that. That was it.
Yeah.
I met him as well, the guy who played him. I was in a show with him. I couldn't remember
Mark
who
Addy?
it was. Sorry?
The guy who plays Robert Baratheon?
Yeah.
Mark Addy.
Is that his name? I can't remember his name. So I just called him Rob Baratheon. He didn't like me. He's just like, you don't remember my name? Yeah, that was a very quick cigarette I had with him. He just went straight back in at that point.
Functional has my favorite quote. Fetch the breastplate stretcher.
Oh, yes.
Your king is too fat for his armor.
Oh, there's so many. All right. Can you pick favorite quote?
From Baratheon?
From anyone.
Uh,
Throughout the whole show. I mean, Echo saying your king's too fat for his armor, that's pretty fucking good. You've gotten old. You've gotten fat.
I love all the interactions between Robert Baratheon and Eddard Stark.
Yeah, old friends, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, that was it, wasn't it? When it was the first episode, he comes up to Winterfell and says, "You've put on weight," and Ned just looks at his belly. Like,
Yeah.
that was wonderful. Old buddies, yeah.
I think my favorite quote of the whole show was when Arya was talking to the Hound, and she's like, "Lots of people name their swords," and he's like, "Yeah, lots of cunts."
And then the throwback to that when Jaime takes Highgarden, and he's the old lady fucking Tyrell goes, "What did he name his sword?" Widow's Well. He was a cunt, wasn't he? Mr. Twisted Frenzy for the €2 super chat says, "Come, bow before your king. Bow, you shits." That's a strong one. Grilling Pirate Pete goes, "I drink and I know things." Yeah, fantastic. Tits and wine. I think all of mine would probably either come from Tyrion Lannister or Bronn.
Yeah, Bronn's got some good ones.
He's got some great ones. Just before the Battle of Blackwater, and she goes, "How did you break your nose?" And he tells her and everything. And she goes, "Oh, poor nose. Oh, don't feel sorry for it. It'll be halfway up your ass before the night's through." Fucking loved it. Aya says Hound's chicken speech. That's a strong answer.
I understand if any more words come pouring out of your cunt mouth, I'm going to have to eat every fucking chicken in this room.
He's reached over, grabbed his drink, and started quaffing on that as well. The Hound, man. Oh,
yeah. If anyone dies, I'll rape his fucking corpse.
Oh, yeah.
At
and before that,
I mean,
when all the guys going up to Castle Black, and the people are after Gendry.
No. That was the Battle of Blackwater.
Oh, no. I mean a different one where the Lannister army, well, some Lannisters appear outside, and the guy goes, "Right, get up! There's men out there who want to fuck your corpses." Lovely. Anything with corpses and sex, I think.
I think one of my favourite interactions was when Tyrion was selling himself to Daenerys when they first met.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's like, why should I have you as my hand? I'm not sure if you're worthy of me. The fucking balls on it.
He's got. Speaking of balls on him as well, when Jorah kidnaps him and they get waylaid by pirates, and they're going, a dwarf's cock is worth a lot of money. You go, whoa! You can't just take the cock. You got to prove it's from a dwarf. But the cock will be really small. Think again.
Or when the Hound is talking to Gendry, he's like, "Your lips are moving and you're complaining. That's whinging."
There's so many great lines. And I've just forgotten every fucking single one of them. I think the chickens is one of my favourites. That'll be another chicken.
That one's good.
Oh, Echo's got it. Echo's got it. That is my favourite quote, Echo. Thank you. "Those are brave men knocking on our door. Let's go kill them." Half man, half man. Oh, that was the same scene, the same episode as well. "I could get the Hound to chop you in half. Well, then I would be the quarter man."
No, it was the Mountain.
Did he have the Mountain with him?
No, because remember when Cersei... Wasn't that when he was talking to Cersei?
No, that was Battle of Blackwater. That was Joffrey was on the battlements.
Oh, yeah.
And Tyrion was there to give the signal, which is... I mean, that's still one of my very favourite moments, was that fucking wildfire going up and just the look on his face as he illuminated in green, just like, what the fuck have I done? That was wonderful. Half man, half biscuit from Just the Tip.
They're not really badass quotes, but some of the things that, just the way that he presented himself, Tywin, was just, he just knew how to control the room.
Oh, didn't he? He knew how to control the scene as well. Do you remember there was, I think it was Jaime came in when they were in a tent. They were camped out in someplace. And Tywin is skinning a deer.
Mm. That was an actual
actually
deer?
Skinning a deer.
Yeah. That was a real deer.
That was a real deer.
I did not know that.
He knows how to do it. He's just getting right in there, mate. I don't know how many times they had to right, okay, take two. We're going to need another deer.
Go stab one to death for us, please.
When Tyrion and Bronn are talking about the Eyrie, and Bronn's like, "Give me 10 10 good men. I'll impregnate the bitch.
Oh, I'll impregnate the bitch.
I've just gone past that bit, actually.
Wow, you've really been going at it then.
About for a few hours.
How far into it are you?
I've still got it open now. What episode am I on? Oh God! Oh no! Oh, I had to open it there. Oh,
Is it
you
a big
know
wiener in front of you?
when Kat and Tyrion first go into the Eyrie, and she's addressing her sister and she's fucking breastfeeding.
Oh no! Oh, what is wrong with that kid?
And her son's just taken his face away from her tit, and I can see the. Oh no!
Saggy nipple.
It freaked me out when I saw them at Comic-Con. It's just like they were sat next to each other. I was like, oh. No.
Was he still sucking on a tit?
He wasn't, but I thought he was gonna. That's when I first met the first mountain.
You actually met the mountain, or one of the mountains?
The first one, yeah, from season 1. He's, as you can imagine, he's fucking huge.
Yeah. John number 1 says, how about the creepiest quote you can think of? His is Ramsay Bolton. You've known her since she was a girl. Now watch her become a woman. Oh yeah, that was bad. Oh, that was bad.
All the creepy quotes belong to Ramsay, don't they?
I don't know, mate, because there was one in Bravos. You remember when Arya was given the oysters, clams, and cockles? One of them was creepy. How much for your little clam? That was creepy. But the creepiest one was it was the guy in the whorehouse. Younger. Young. You'll have a fresh one for me tomorrow.
I love the memes that came out after the episode. Here's a sperm. Younger.
I didn't see that. I can just text my friend every now and again, just going oysters, clams, and cockles, and I know it cracks him up, mate. Functional says, Ramsay Bolton, if you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention. It's good, but it ain't younger. It ain't younger. There are lots of creepy quotes.
Yeah, there are. And
I've all of a sudden forgotten all of those as well, Bear. What have you done to me?
What?
With your rewatch, you're going to have to go through. I did think about for the very last pre-GPP, pre-GOT GPP, because I've got time. If I go through the entire show and count how many times they swear, and you guys have to guess, right, the amount of fucks, the amount of cunts, the amount of shits.
You'd be there for a while.
It's a lot. Well, yeah, I don't mind rewatching it. It's a lot of research for what is effectively a 5-minute game. Mr. Twisted Frenzy for €5 super chat says, walking is good, fighting is better, fucking is best from Tormund. Yes, fantastic. Very good. Oh, no, that was a good one as well, wasn't it? What he said about, your cock. And he goes, what's cock? Oh, well, it's like your dick, you know? Huh. I like cock. I bet you do. The Hound and Tormund together. Fucking fantastic.
I think the Hound and Barrack had some of my favorite banter. Or when Arya's like, I'm not spending my last moments with you two miserable shits.
As she goes and gets some D instead. Yeah, that guy only needed one good man to impregnate the bitch.
That was, I think that may have been the only moment that made me smile. Well, two moments in the last episode that made me smile. Fucking Beric trying to get the Hound to fight. Fuck off, you whore!
Man, the Hound just doesn't pull his punches with anyone, does he? I think the closest thing he's got to a friend is probably Arya.
Probably.
And there's like a mutual respect there as well. Like that bit where he goes, oh, you left me for dead. You go, yeah, but I robbed you first. There was that little moment where he just went, oh, I taught her well. Viper Sword says, drinking and lust. No man can match me in these things. I am the god of tits and wine. I shall build a shrine to myself at the next brothel I visit. Very good, Viper. Spot on. Go on to Newt, sorry.
You just looked that up. Shut up, Viper. You don't even watch the show.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And there was the scene where Arya and the Hound is talking, and she's like, when was the last time you fought for anyone but yourself? And he's like, I fought for you.
And he did. He did. And that's the thing with my theory as well. Here's the thing you got to remember, guys. Everyone, there are things, it's been confirmed by the author, George Martin, that there are Ice Whites who the Night King resurrects. And there are Fire Whites, who are resurrected by the Lord of Light. So Jon Snow, Fire White. The Hound, Fire White. Beric Dondarrion, Fire White.
Was the Hound resurrected?
Yeah, he got found by that fucking priest guy who plays Odin in American Gods.
Yeah, but he wasn't resurrected.
Well, he said that he goes, I swear you died like 7 times and kept coming back. But the thing is, like, every time someone's resurrected by the Lord of Light, they start fighting for the greater good. The greater good. Which is exactly what happened when the Hound, afterwards, he went through this big fucking intervention thing, started going after, the bad people instead of being a bad person himself. Yarp. Yarp.
I don't think the Hound was resurrected by the Lord of Light. I don't think he was resurrected by the Lord of Light. I think he was just nursed back to health by that fucking dude.
Well, the thing is, I mean, from then on, everyone who was resurrected by the Lord of the Light has worked towards getting Arya to where she needed to be to kill the Night King. If you remember Beric Dondarrion T-posing to assert his dominance while he got stabbed in the back by a load of whites, the Hound he just went, I've given up, and Beric went, tell that to her. And he saw Arya struggling, he just went, shit, and ran and saved her. Just saying.
I don't think the Hound was brought back.
He was left for dead, and he's still alive, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's just because he's a big motherfucker and hard to kill.
Not impossible to kill. If anyone could, it'd be Brienne, and she did. She knocked him off a cliff, mate.
Yep, he wasn't resurrected.
Well, then, I mean, explain his fucking change from, like, fighting for himself, all of a sudden, like, I'm going to go north, I'm going to bring back a white to...
Arya.
Yeah, Arya changed him.
Bullshit! Arya robbed him and fucked off.
Yeah, that changed him.
You're telling me he sat there with a huge erection going, I fucking love that girl. Mr. Twisted Frenzy for the €5 super chat. Loving your work, Mr. Twisted Frenzy. Says, sit down, Podrick. We're going to need details. Copious details. Very good. I still love that
I
scene.
swallow cum.
Oh, that's a good quote too. I loved that scene. They wouldn't take it. Poor him. I'll tell you what as well, it's these little reunions. It was the episode before last when they're waiting for the siege to happen. And he comes in, a cup of wine before the siege. Do you think that's a good idea, Podrick? Oh, go on, half a cup. So, of course, Tyrion pours it out and it's overflowing. Like, this guy saved his life, Tyrion's got his back.
It's that little smile that Tyrion gave as well. Just giggling to himself as he passed him it.
And then Pod's looking at him just like, yeah, tat. I fucking loved it. It's those boys, though, isn't it? You get Pod, Tyrion, and Bronn back together. That's your spin-off.
Jack T. Ripper in the chat. Hey, Jack. Says, hey, guys and gals. Happy birthday, Sinatra. Thank you. I think you should take Viper's Wrench and give it to him.
Well,
I think he deserves it way more than her.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper's been there a while, actually, so I don't see why not. There you go, JTR. Enjoy your newfound power, sir. Don't abuse it.
Dude, these fucking cunts across the street. I've been trying to record my next creepypasta, and all they've been doing is riding their fucking crotch rockets up and down the street.
Oh, mopeds?
No, crotch rockets, like the Yamaha bikes.
Oh, right.
I want to go out there and stab them.
Sir Blue-Footed Booby's favourite quote is, Hodo. That was so heartbreaking, wasn't it? To think that it goes back all the way to when Ned Stark was a boy. I mean, he's as old as Ned Stark. And his destiny, his fate was determined in that one moment. You will die. Your whole purpose for existing is to keep a door shut.
Well,
that's so harsh.
He was protecting Bran and the rest.
Broke my heart. But what really lightened my heart again was the next day people started selling Hodor doorstops.
He's a DJ in real life, isn't he?
He is, yeah. I saw him and there was someone else with him.
DJ Hodor.
DJ Hodor.
All I want to do is Hodor.
He holds the door. He doesn't drop the bass. Echo is Peter Baelish's I've only ever loved one woman my whole life. Your sister. I've said that so many times in my life. He was a bitch as well, that fucker, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm glad Baelish is dead.
Oh, I
Duck
cheers.
Dog says spike strip. You have no idea how tempted I am to go outside with a handful of nails at like 4 a.m. and just lay them around these cunt spikes.
You could. Oh no, do what I did when I was a kid. You ain't got to like lay. You just got to need 2 nails on either wheel, and you just angle them so they're pointing inwards, and whether they go forwards or backwards, the nail will go in. I was a little shit when I was a kid.
Spikes. It's like they just discovered that they can do it, and now they're just doing it up and down the street. Like, these are new neighbors. Their garage caught on fire somehow. Like, I hate them.
Somehow. Bloody dragonfire. Doku HLSD says, and then I smashed her head in like this. Oh, yeah, fuck. That was a huge scene. That was between the Viper and the Mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
What a fight that was.
Do you know what I love most about that fight is the sound his feet makes across the floor?
Yeah, that's
It's going swinging around, clapping a metal, and then pat, 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 pat. It sounded like
Jesse
Stewie
Ritter
running
says-
across a corridor, you know?
JTR says just loosen the nuts on their front fork. Dude,
Just go loosen their nuts, mate.
yeah.
Go Theon on him.
I just want to set the dog out because I know she hates loud noises and she'll go insane.
Set the direwolf on him.
Dude,
How
she's
many
as
dogs
big
do
as
you think are out there called Ghost at the moment?
Oh my god, so many.
So many. Mr. Twisted Frenzy for the €5 super chat. Loving it, buddy. With the quote, I did warn you not to trust me. And he says, seriously, I could go all night with these quotes. Mate, keep them coming. I love them. Especially, I did warn you not to trust me. That's back to season 1.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Beautiful
Before,
thing as well.
Eddard
That
is arrested.
fight between Jaime Lannister and Ned Stark
Oh,
in
yeah.
the street.
yeah,
And that was brilliant until someone came in and fucking took his the back of his shins out. And Jaime's like, why the fuck did you do that? And knocked him out. You know, this was an honourable fight. I wanted to fucking fight this cunt. I wonder how it would have ended up. Everything
I think
would be different.
Jamie probably would have got the upper hand.
Do you think? Because
Because he still had his hand.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's Ned.
Jamie's younger. He still had both his hands at that point.
Yeah, but Ned's stronger. I mean, he's been wielding that fucking big-ass executioner sword all this time, like swinging
Yeah,
it
he
above his
did
head.
have a big ass sword that he had no problem swinging around.
No problem swinging that shit around.
I'd have to rewatch the fight. I'll get there.
It's
Dude.
a great fight.
It is.
Even these little
Fucking-
things, like Syrio
fucking fight
as well,
on the
with his
sidewalk.
training sword when the Lannisters come for Arya. And he takes them out with a fucking hollow wooden sword. Guy was insane. Right, guys.
Doku asks a good question.
Go on.
What's your favourite house motto?
Winter's coming. I've actually got Winter is Coming socks on right now.
I think it's gonna have to be Greyjoy. We do not sow.
It's pretty, yeah. I mean, it says it all, doesn't it? Like, yeah, we don't make our own shit. We just take yours.
I like House Baratheon. Ours is the Fury.
Yeah, all right. You're just flexing on me that you know all the house mottos after last
No,
week's game now, aren't you?
No, I know like 3 of them.
Echo goes to Fire and Blood, which is of House Targaryen. Piffily Faded Delusions asks, what was the point of Sean Bean's character? Because all he did was ride a horse. Dude,
What?
he kind of started the Battle of the Five Kings. Or the War of the Five
Yeah,
Kings.
he did.
You know, without him, everyone would just be like, oh yeah, King Joffrey. And he came in. If it weren't for him, then the Starks and the Lannisters would still be tight as fuck.
I'm bowed, I'm bent, I'm broken. Is that House Tarly? No, it's not. Is it? I can't remember which one it is.
I get Tarly and Tully mixed up all the time.
Is it Tully?
No, it's not Tully. That's-
Martell.
Which one was Martell?
Martell was the Viper.
Ah.
Punctual. Martell. Okay.
Martell! Alright, speaking of games, I'm gonna go have a wee. You guys.
so am I.
You oh okay. Sinatra, tell everyone about the bikes, and when we come back, we're gonna play a game.
Ooh, a game.
Oh,
a game.
you know it, buddy. Give me a moment.
All right, go on. I think I'm gonna have. Yeah, it was House Martell. Unbent, unbowed, unbent, unbroken. I think I'm gonna have to change my answer to Bears though. Ours is the Fury because when they talked about Baratheon when he was younger, he was just an incredible fighter. So I think I'm gonna change mine to that one. We do not sow sounds a little niggy. We're just gonna steal yo shit. We just gonna steal yo shit. We can't make our own. I mean that's like all of Africa. I like my real house. Scott like. What is that? A Scottish thing? I know the Scottish have weird house sigils. I think the Irish do too. Boo, 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 boo. Sean Bean was there to die. No, he started off the War of the Five Kings. I don't know why they call it the War of the Five Kings because the Iron Islands didn't even get involved. But did Littlefinger have a house motto? No, I think he was the one and only member of his quote-unquote house. So I don't think there was one there. Blue-footed Booby says Hodor. Yeah. Blake Becker says happy birthday.
House
Thank
Hodor.
you.
Happy birthday.
I like unbowed, unbent, unbroken. It's the unbent bit that gets me, considering how many gayers are in that show.
Yeah, that was the Martell house, not Lannister.
Yeah, unbowed, definitely bent, unbroken.
I think I'm going to have to change my answers to Bears, though. Ours is the Fury.
You're going to go
Sounds
for
good.
Baratheon?
Sounds good.
I don't know, we do not so's pretty good, isn't it? And then you got, the common saying of what is dead may never die. And that's cool. That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that's the Greyjoy thing. Or no, that's an Iron Island thing.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the common words, in the same way that the Lannisters is a Lannister always pays its debts. Or their debts. It's not their actual house motto, but it's a common saying.
I have a question. Why is Sansa and Arya's accents not the same as everybody else's in the north?
Okay, interesting. Because Sansa was raised as a lady, whereas Arya had no interest in all of that.
And Arya spent years in Bravos.
From the very beginning, season 1, they don't have the accents.
Yeah.
They don't have northern accents at all.
I would put that down to the fact that the matrons or the nurse bitches. Were teaching her how to speak like a lady.
Yeah.
And that's something that Sansa was very much into as well. As soon as she met Joffrey, she's like, how soon can we be married? Yeah. You regretted that one, didn't you, Ginge?
It's all I ever want, Mother. Please let me marry him.
It's all I ever wanted.
I'm like, oh, Sansa, my sweet summer child. You have no idea.
My sweet summer child. Should we play a game?
I remember when George R.R. Martin fucking quote tweeted
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, oh my sweet summer child.
She goes, yeah, it was really hard killing off some of those characters. He's like, bitch! Are you mad?
That was great.
I mean, I did see a photo. Someone had all the Game of Thrones books. And they put a coloured post-it note every time a main character dies, and it was just a mess of colours.
I am ready for a game.
Are you ready for a game? Should we have a game?
Yeah.
Let's have a Game of Thrones-based game. Today, guys, we are playing, and we're going through the humanities. Now, I'm the Maester, as we all know, and it is my job to teach House Downs and House Sinatra, because they're going to be the heads of their houses one day, and so they need to know everything there is about the history of their own houses and the other houses around them. So today's Games of Thrones is a song of blood and steel, and there are no visuals. It's just going to be questions. But there's a shit ton. I got like 27 questions for you guys.
All right.
It's kicking. It's popping off. Okay. It's all about Valyrian steel and the weapons thereof.
Okay.
Big part of history. So, right, the first question, or the first category, is it's about Longclaw. And there will be 5 questions about Longclaw before we move on to the next one. First question. Which house used to own Longclaw?
Mormont.
Oh, straight in there. He's straight in there. That's 1 point to Sinatra.
27 points to Sinatra.
You'll get at least 1.
Yeah.
What type of sword is Longclaw?
Bastard sword.
Okay, yeah, point to Sinatra. I would have also accepted hand and a half or claymore. Although claymore's a bit Scottish. It's Scottish. Question the third. The pommel of Longclaw is now a white
Fair.
direwolf. What was it? You gotta let me fucking finish the question. Right, you lose a point.
No.
You lose a point. The pommel of Longclaw is... Bear, get involved here, mate. Is now a white direwolf. What was it before that?
Bear.
He cut out then. Oh, I gotta give it to Sinatra. Bear,
You cheeky cunt,
cut out,
Sinatra,
mate.
muting me.
Did you mute him? Alright, you get an extra point for muting him.
Nice.
That's some Game of Thrones tactics. I like it.
Yep.
You bastard. Mr. Twisted Frenzy for the €5 super chat. Loving it, mate. Says, Cersei, I'll wear it like a badge of honor. Robert, wear it in silence or I'll honor you again. Oh, that was so... just punched her in the face. That was so fucking good. You don't mess with Robert, mate. You don't mess with him.
No, you don't.
Unless you're a bore. Okay, question the fourth. Who was the first person Jon Snow killed in combat with Longclaw?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, not all going to be easy.
Was it Corin Halfhand?
No, as that fight was staged, and I did specify in combat.
Oh, okay. The ward guy. No, it couldn't have been him.
Was it one of
It
the
is
wildling?
Orell, the Wildling Warg.
Oh, yeah.
He was also in the English version of The Office, if I remember. Okay, and the final question of the Longclaw round. Following the mutiny in Castle Black, in which Jon Snow is killed, who briefly wielded Longclaw?
Sam?
Come on, mate.
I don't fucking know. I
Think
can't
it
remember
through.
things.
The only thing he can
Ed.
wield is a fucking whopper.
Ed.
It was not Ed. I'll help you
Diablo?
out here. The quote that followed was, I apologise for what you're about to see.
Was it Davos?
Sir Davos Seaworth.
The Onion Knight.
That's right, yeah. The Onion Man. The Onion Man. And he wore it as a badge of honour. Functional got
Yeah.
in there with Onion Knight as well. Colleen B, functional again. Davos. Yeah, loving it. Well done, guys. Good stuff.
Wait, Apex. I'm the Onion Knight.
Where the fuck does he come from? He's an alien, mate. Swear down. Okay, now we are on to the next category. Name the Valyrian sword that was owned by House Stark.
Ice.
That's a point to Sinatra. Bear, you are there, aren't you?
I can't remember any of these things.
Well, okay, I can't remember if you're there or not. Second question of this category. Who was the first person in the show killed by ice?
The deserter from the Night's Watch.
But can you name him?
Not offhand, no.
Think I am.
Ian?
Ian McClanahan? I don't know.
It's Will. His name was Will.
Oh, yeah.
Half a point
Yeah.
to Sinatra.
Ian McDougal.
Wow, you got his surname as well, Bear. Shit. Third question of this category. Who was the last person in the show to be killed by ice?
Ned.
That's a point to Sinatra. Come on, Bear. The scabbard which houses ice was made of what?
I don't know.
Dragonbone?
Are you fucking idiot? Are you even trying, Bear? Dragon
I
bone.
fucking know.
Dragon from that house who's famously all about the dragons.
Well, I don't fucking know. Well, fucking Tyrion's dagger, the part of it.
Yeah, that was the scabbard. Yeah, it was made of Tyrion's dagger. You dick.
No.
Was it Godswood?
It was not Godswood, and the chat gets it. It was functional and echo. It was a wolf pelt. It was a wolf pelt. If you remember
Okay.
when it got smelted down, they used the wolf pelt to stoke the fires. Mr. Twisted Frenzy for the €5 super chat says from Robert, which is the bigger number, 5 or 1? Cersei says 5. Robert holds up 5 fingers. 5 and holds up 1 clenched fist. 1. Turns out 1 is totally bigger. Keep 'em up, Mr. Twisted Frenzy. This is a blast from the past here. I love it. The fifth and final question for this category. Which house now owns ice? And in what
Lannister.
form? Or which houses, sorry, and in what form?
Lannister, whatever house Brienne is a part of, Tarth.
Okay, Lannister
And
and
They
Tarth.
melted down into daggers.
No,
What?
they were melted down into two separate swords that are wielded by Jaime and Brienne.
What are the swords called?
Oathkeeper and... Is it still Widow's Wail?
Very good. 2 points to Sinatra. Sinatra's on 9.5. Chat is on 1. On to the third section, which is about Oathkeeper and Widow's Well. First
Okay.
question. The hilt of Oathkeeper is a lion made of gold with eyes made of what precious stone?
Sapphire?
Amethyst.
Elephants?
I said amethyst.
Are you
not
even
elephant.
trying?
Fuck you.
Ruby?
Sapphire.
It's rubies. Well done, Sinatra. Second question. Whose blood was the first to be spilled by Widow's Well? Whose blood was the first to be spilled by Widow's Well?
One of the hookers?
No, that was a crossbow.
Oh, yeah. He didn't get the sword till his wedding.
The Purple Wedding. So, whose blood was the first to be spilled by Widow's Well? And
Don
Echo
Martell.
gets it. It was the birds in the pie. It was a bunch of pigeons, buddy. It
Oh,
was a
come
bunch of
on.
pigeons. Well done, Echo. Good stuff. Third question. Oathkeeper was first used in combat against whom?
The Hound.
Also known as
Sandor Clegane?
Sir Sandor Clegane, but correct nonetheless. Next question. Following Joffrey's death, spoilers, who now wields Widow's Well?
Jaime.
It's Jaime Bear! He didn't
I can't
answer.
remember
I don't think
these
he's not there. He's not there. Who was the first person to be beheaded by Oathkeeper?
One of the Northmen that hung those three girls?
I can just let Soundpad do the talking for me now, can't I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit back.
No idea.
Oh, what do you know? Bear doesn't know.
Yeah, what a shock.
And Functional in the chat gets it. It was Stannis Baratheon.
I'm calling shenanigans. We never actually saw Stannis get beheaded.
That is true.
Fuck you.
We never even saw Stannis get killed.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you half a point if you can name the battle.
What do you mean? It's the battle between Stannis and the what are they called?
Yeah, as they call it in the
Boltons.
street. Yeah. What's the name of the
Boltons.
battle? Battle of
Yeah.
what?
It was the battle for the North. Or the Ward of the North.
Bear?
Battle for Winterfell. One.
Bear gets a point! Bear gets a point, everyone! He's here!
That's not the battle
He's
for
turned
Winterfell.
up! He's around!
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
A Battle of Winterfell.
One
Yeah, it's
of
not
many.
the Battle of Winterfell.
Battle of Winterfell 1.
No, it was the Battle of Winterfell, because the one that happened last week was the Battle of Ice and Fire.
Okay.
Who names these things? I don't know. And whoever named the Battle of the Bastards,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Strong work on that one.
Strong work. And it's, the penultimate one of the category. How many times has Oathkeeper been offered to somebody?
3.
Once.
3 times, I rate Bear. Half point
fucking
for
hell.
each time. Come on, go Bear, go.
No.
Jaime to Brienne, Brienne back to Jaime, then was it to Sansa?
Oh, no, it was Tywin
Arya.
to Jaime, but you got a whole point out of that. Very good, very good.
Okay.
And the final question of this round, of the penultimate round, this one's a bit of a bitch. At the Purple Wedding, Joffrey allowed the crowd to name his new sword. What 3 names were suggested before Widow's Well was chosen?
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it was something like
Come Come on, Bear. Look, you're going to be the head of your house one day, mate, and your house is going to fall.
But based on history lessons.
Yeah,
Specifics
well,
about
this
swords.
is the strong foundation of which a leader needs.
What was it? Heart Eater was one of them.
No.
I'm pretty sure it was.
No.
I don't even remember that part of the episode.
No, it was Heartsbane.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know.
What you were thinking of was Wolfsbane.
Mm.
As their, their current war against the Starks. The other two, Stormbringer
Okay.
and Terminus.
What a game name.
Yeah, I mean, to think that, train lines hadn't even been invented yet. How do they know what a Terminus was? No, apparently Stormbringer and Terminus have some connotations to history within the Lannisters. But that's that round. And now we're on to the final round. First question. Name the ancestral sword of House Tarly.
Oh, fucking hell.
Heartsbane.
Heartsbane. I'm going to give that one to the chat, though, because Colleen B got it in. Saying
That's
Heartsbane
good.
was a sword for House Tarly, and that was actually going off of the previous question where you said Heartsbane instead of Wolfsbane. So, the Game of Thrones ain't always a fair one.
All right.
Second question. Who currently wields Heartsbane?
Jorah. Well, was Jorah.
The answer is no one. Formerly Jorah Mormont, but he did. He did. Heartsbane's hilt is wrought in the shape of what?
A flower of some kind?
Yeah, you got the wrong house there, buddy. That's Tyrell.
Oh, shit. It's,
Not a furry says House Tarly's ancestral
Is it a
sword
bird?
is called Poontang Slayer.
Is it a bird?
It is not a bird. You're thinking House Arryn.
The fuck's that thing?
I will give you a clue. This house is particularly well known for being hunters.
oh, an antler. Well, what is it then?
It is a bow and arrow. Well,
How the fuck is that a hilt?
well, the hilt is in the shape of a bow, and it's got the pattern of an arrow going over it.
I'm going to look up a picture of this.
You do it, mate, because that's exactly what I did to make this question. Penultimate
Okay.
question of the game. The scabbard is made primarily of what material?
Antler.
Dragon glass.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Bear, why are you even
What?
here? A dragon glass scabbard? Are you insane?
I'm just saying things.
Well, don't. A scabbard made primarily of what material? Sinatra, don't be
Wood?
looking it up because you'll find the answer for this one. Never mind, Colleen B gets it. It's wood.
I just said wood.
It's wood. Yeah, but you looked it up.
No, I didn't.
You said you were looking it up.
I said I was looking up the sword.
Which normally comes with a scabbard.
Oh.
Again, the wood, they hunt in the woods. Yeah. And the final question of this week's Games of Thrones. Heartsbane and its scabbard were proudly displayed above the hearth in Hornhill on a stand made of what?
Wood?
Antlers.
What was that, Sinatra?
Antlers.
And it's antlers. That's the final question. We have got the chat with 5. All right, Bear with 2. And Sinatra with 14.5. Well done, Sinatra! He is the winner of this week's Games of Thrones yet again.
Michael can't get the chat score right ever.
You just gave chat 6. No, that was wrong. And you forgot the halves, Viper. I don't know. You know, you've not been doing very well recently, Viper. Are you okay? Sun's getting real low, Viper. On to theories, right. Who's going to sit on the Iron Throne? Sinatra, go.
John.
You sticking with John?
Yeah,
Definitely
I don't
Jon.
think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be Tyrion. I think Tyrion would hand it off to somebody. I think it's gonna be Jon or a long shot Arya.
Don't you think Jon's going to hand it off to someone? Because when he was made King of the North, he handed that away like within an episode.
No, I think it's gonna be Jon or Arya.
I'm not sure how I feel about Arya as well, because she's not really. She's a lone wolf, isn't she? She goes out on her own. She's like Nymeria, you know? Goes off. Fucked off. Fuck the rest of the pack. She went off and trained on her own. I don't think she's really leadership material, let alone monarchy material.
You hear this shit?
What? Okay. What about you, Bet?
I think Jon will become king, but I don't think he'll sit on the Iron Throne. I think he'll stay in the North. Oh my god!
Is that the fucking bikes? Holy shit! No, I agree with Vash Stampede, who says I don't think Jon wants to be king. No, I completely concur, my bud. He's grown up as a bastard. He's grown up without titles. He took the black voluntarily. He doesn't want to be king. The moment he was proclaimed king, he went, I'm going to bend the knee to someone else, and I'm going to hurt that. I don't know. I don't think he wants to be king. He wants to get at him. You know, he wants to be Jon Snow. Mr. Twisted Frenzy for the €2 super chat says, bitch slap. One word, and I'll hit you again. Keep them coming, Mr. Twisted Frenzy. And speaking of which, Mr. Twisted Frenzy for the €5 super chat. I'm not trying to honour you. I'm trying to get you to run my kingdom while I eat, drink, and whore my way into an early grave. Robbie B was brilliant, wasn't he?
What about Gendry?
I gotta piss. Hold on, guys.
Okay, but Gendry, it's an interesting one.
Because he technically does have a claim to the throne with being the bastard son of Robert Baratheon.
Not as much
and
of a claim
maybe Arya could be his queen.
Not as much of a claim as Jon Snow or
No, of course not.
Targaryen both.
But I'm not entirely convinced that those two are going to survive. But if Jon becomes king, I don't think that he'd actually go and sit on the Iron Throne. I think he'd rule from the north.
Well, yeah, he does know the north. That's the thing, yeah.
Or he might
Winterfell
become king and then split the kingdoms up.
What kind of king would do that, dickhead?
Well, Jon.
You just give him power away to other people. Unless
Yeah.
you're thinking like, hey, democracy.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Could totally be that, yeah. Bumfish says the Iron Bank will come and take over. Bloody Jews. Maybe. I think we need to know more about the Iron Bank's history. Like, 6 million of them died.
Well, the crown owes them a lot of money.
The thing about Gendry, though, is he's very much a blacksmith. It's not like, when you're born into a house, you are, like, groomed for leadership. In the way that I've been grooming you and Sinatra for leadership through these games for the past 2 weeks.
But Jon wasn't groomed for leadership.
Exactly.
I mean,
and we don't
he
think
got
he wants to be
experience in
king.
the Night's Watch, but...
We don't think he wants to be king. Not like, leadership on a battlefield or something, because we know he's all very good at that. Jon's a warrior before he is a king. Mm-hmm. I think even he would have... Oh, hang on.
John, I agree. I don't think he wants it. I don't think he wants it, but I think he'll end up with it.
Or can he give it away?
Well, who would he give it to?
I'll take it.
Dave.
Echo says the North vote for independence. While the South want to leave the Westeros Union. Oh, that's brilliant.
North exit.
That's brilliant. Oh, it's Westeros. It Wexit. Would you like to hear my theory?
Go
on, man.
You want to hear?
No, not really.
So we chat about the dichotomy, right, between the whole fire whites and the ice whites, and everyone who's been brought back by the Lord of the Light has helped Arya to get to that point. I think there's a dichotomy. It's a case of like Bran is the Lord of the Light's champion, the Three-Eyed Raven is the Lord of the Light's champion on Earth, and Death being a god, his champion was the Night King. So now the Night King's gone, you need to have someone's got to take the place. There always has to be, this battle, this constant battle between good, evil, light, darkness, life, death. So I think now you got a load of battle-hardened motherfuckers gonna come down south from Winterfell going, bruh, we just beat the fucking army of death. Bruh, blood. People are just gonna fall in behind them as well, like, holy shit, they just beat the Night King. They're still going to keep their dragon glass weapons because they've been forged, they're sharp enough, they're strong enough. They're going to go down. Eventually, they're going to get down to King's Landing. We know from Daenerys Targaryen's vision, even though it's not happened yet, but it's got to happen, that the fucking King's Landing throne room, the roof was smashed in, there's fucking snow everywhere. No, how's that going to happen now the Night King's dead? Well, I'm glad you asked, Sinatra. I will let you know. Someone's going to go in. It might be Arya, it might be someone else, but with a dragon's glass weapon, going to stab Cersei through the heart. And everyone's going to go, yay, Cersei's dead. Someone else is going to sit on the throne. Until later, it becomes apparent. That's how the Night King was created. Dragon glass in the heart. Cersei's going to rise up. She's the Night Queen. She fucking offs everyone. Blizzard everywhere. The fucking throne room roof's gone. Everywhere's covered in fucking snow. They go, fuck. Flee to the north. It's going to be a polar exchange. The poles are going to go around. It used to be the north was a dangerous place and the south was a safe place, but now the south is going to be the dangerous place. The north's going to be the easy place. Cersei's the new Night Queen. She's going to sit on the throne. Game over. Thank you very much.
No.
That's exactly what you said in the week. I'm like, you're an asshole.
I think it could go to Cersei being the new Night Queen.
Are you on board with that?
Yeah, that makes sense that she gets stabbed through the heart with a fucking dragon glass.
No, she's already got a heart of stone anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Does it not have to be done by the forest people, though?
Ooh, maybe.
Why? It's cultural
because they have
appropriation
magic.
otherwise, is it, Bear?
Well, you can't ask why they're green because that's racist. But no, surely it'd have to be them, and like she'd have to be tied to a tree, and there'd have to be symbols and all the magic shit everywhere.
She's got to be tied to a tree, has she?
Well, I don't fucking
like,
know.
Can't be a
God's
pillar
wood.
or a post or like a washing up line or something like that.
God's wood, you bell cheese. I don't fucking know. Like, the first Night's King was created under special circumstances. I don't think fucking Dave from fucking Flea Bottom can just shank her one.
Why
and
not?
turn her into the Night's Queen.
Why not? I mean, that's to say that there was some kind of ritual behind it, like, as opposed to dragon's glass being this kind of material. Do you know what I learned today as well? It's a beautiful thing. Apparently, the dagger that was used to kill the Night King, that was also, you know, the attempted assassination of Brandon Stark, the hilt is made of, the blade is made of Valyrian steel. Very, very old weapon. Ancient weapon. No one knows where it came from originally. But apparently the hilt of it is made of the dragon's glass that was used to make the Night King. So this one weapon both created him and destroyed him. How cool is that?
How would they get the glass back that made him?
I don't know. Maybe they pulled it out, like they had it on a bit of string. You'd pull it out slowly though instead of yanking it out, wouldn't you?
I don't buy that.
Nah, well, I think it was Alt Shift X that I heard that from, and that's a pretty reliable source. The guy really knows his shit.
Oh yeah, he does.
But so I mean,
Right,
Sinatra agrees with me about Cersei being the Night Queen. So suck a dick, Bear.
No.
No, suck a dick.
No.
Suck a big fat hairy one.
No.
Suck a giant's
We
baby.
know you do it anyway, so what the fuck's the problem now?
Yeah, but it's just because Bear disagrees. You didn't even win the game.
I never win the game.
You know.
Except for a Steakhouse Gay Bar, of course.
That's true. El Quavero 555 asks, didn't the War of the Roses start because y'all had a retard for a king? Kind of, yeah. So you should look at our Prime Minister.
She has issues.
The three-eyed vulture.
Brexit.
There's also very interesting shit following the OG, well not the previous three-eyed Raven as well, because he was a Targaryen. And he had a Valyrian sword of his own. We don't know what happened to it, but of course he was holed up underneath that fucking big-ass tree and shit before the Night King found him. But just before all of that, bitch from... you know that bitch? The one that was rocking around with other guy? The swamp people? The one that was protecting fucking... I can't remember her name. It was protecting Bran. And she's the only one who made it out.
Oh, yeah.
Now, she grabbed a sword to fight the dead. And it was the only sword that was in there. Considering that the OG Three-Eyed Raven was a Targaryen, he had a Valyrian steel sword. That could be another one of them as well. Although we don't really know what's happened to her, do we? I think she went back home, didn't she? After Bran was just like, I'm not Bran anymore. I'm every single member of the Beatles.
Yeah, Okay.
Mara Reed. Thank you, Colleen B. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one.
Did she not die?
No, she made it back to Winterfell, and that's when they created a wheelchair for Bran, and she went, "Oh, that's quite clever." That's the one quote I remember from her. and then, I think she fucked off again because Bran was being a bit of a dick.
Oh.
Oh, was it Mira Reed? Mira, thank you, Colleen B. I think it was the Reed bit that got me. The Swamp People. Because they were only short, but I think that's about as high as they get, isn't it? That wasn't a swamp before the Children of the Forest either, because they destroyed the land bridge between Essos and Westeros, and it fucking caused all this swampland, and now these people look like frogs. Tough call. Right, but I mean,
that's how Wales was created.
What's
Here we go.
right, yeah. That's where Davos comes from. Mr. Twisted Frenzy for the €20 super chat. Love it, sir. It's from Ned saying, "You're too fat for your armour." Robert says, "Fat, is it? Is that how you speak to your king?" Robert laughs and turns to Lancel saying, "Oh, funny, is it?" Lancel says, "No, your grace." Robert says, "No, you don't like the hands joke."
He's a right dick to Lancel.
He was wonderful, Robert. He's like, "Look, you can't make fun of me, but if the hand makes a joke making fun of me, you better fucking laugh. But if you do laugh, you're in trouble."
Yeah. He's like, "I've had enough of these golden hair shits."
He was just throwing power around everywhere, wasn't he? He didn't give a shit. I mean, that was another man who wasn't made to be king either. Robert was a warrior. Gods, I was strong back then. He was a warrior. He shouldn't have been king. He was a terrible fucking king.
I wish we could see like a history of Robert.
Yeah.
Like a one-off episode of him just fucking shit up.
Him when he was young. I mean,
You know what I really want to see?
Go on.
The
Arya's
thing
tits.
we've heard, yes. The thing we've heard so many stories about, the siege on Pike, where Thoros of Myr like charged at him with the flaming sword.
Oh yeah, they thought and he didn't. He was so drunk, he didn't have a clue what he was doing.
Yeah, that's
everyone
what I
was
want.
just like, "That is the bravest man I've ever seen." No, he was the drunkest man you've ever seen. Yeah, he needs his own show, doesn't he? Him when he was younger. Well, I'll tell you what we need more than anything is a film of all the shit that led up to Game of Thrones as we know it now. Because there's so many things like the Targaryen Civil War, how the Targaryens took the Seven Kingdoms and everything. We're just at the surface of what's gone on, but so much shit has happened before. A movie of it, I think. I mean, because then you'll have movie budget as well, dragon fights.
Elephants.
Yeah, they probably had the fucking budget for it, wouldn't they?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, Hollywood budget. That would be the biggest event since... Oh, shit, no, Endgame's out at the moment, isn't it? What would be the opposite of Endgame? Before Game.
Infinity War.
Game of Thrones finite battle. There needs to be these things. They're on about all the spin-offs and everything. I think Old Valeria, I think that fell through. I would like to see the Night's Watch back in the day.
Yeah, same.
That would be good. But more than anything, no, give us a Game of Thrones film of all the shit. Targaryen Civil War for one. Oh my days. Is that a dude? No, okay.
What the fuck?
There was like two brothers of Targaryens warring, and it was like, they're both flying along on dragons. One of them jumps from his dragon onto the other guy's dragon, and before he touches down, shoves his sword through the guy's face. And everyone dies. The dragons tumble down, the two brothers die, but it's cinematically, that would be amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Let's have it, people. Never mind all that fucking $89,000 to get some fucking ramps in Winterfell. Let's have a fucking Game of Thrones film.
So they were going to make something from Old Valyria then?
They were, yeah, but I don't know.
That would make an
funding fell
excellent
through.
disaster movie.
It would be. It would be good though, because you got lots of things like. I mean, they were huge on slaves in Valyria, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
That's how the Faceless Men came about. It was from slaves.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of plot that you could go in there. Dectran says George R.R. Martin is making Game of Thrones prequel series. Well, he's got to finish this one first. Anyone says George Martin is doing this, I go, yeah, but is he?
I know
really?
he did a book where it's supposed to be like 100 years before the events of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think it's World of Westeros, is it a history of Game of Thrones or something like that?
Something like that.
That's what I want to see on the screen. The problem is with these things, though, I mean, you look at the Game of Thrones books and so much happens. I mean, fucking Catelyn Stark is meant to have come back and she's like on the proper warpath. Euron
Lady
Greyjoy was
Stoneheart.
meant to be huge on the blood magic. And a lot of these things just get missed out. The one thing about Euron Greyjoy that actually, because apparently all of his crew, he would cut their tongues out.
Yeah.
And there was a reference to that in the episode before last where he said, oh, all of my crew are mutes. And I went, oh, okay, shit, they're implying that this actually happens, are they? Because, I mean, to be honest, when they had that shit battle between Euron and Yara and Theon, everyone was going, rah! I guess you don't need a tongue to go rah, though, do you? Mr. Twisted Frenzy for the €10 super chat says, Ned says, you have no business jousting. Leave that to the young men. Robert, what, because I'm king? Piss on that. I want to hit somebody. And he follows up with, seriously, Robert was just the best. I concur, mate. He had all the lines, didn't he?
Yeah, it's called The World of Fire and Ice, An Untold History of Westeros and the Game of Thrones.
How much is it, Sinatra?
There are none who can say with certain knowledge when the world began.
What the fuck is he talking?
I clicked the audio thing. It's $0 with an Audible trial,
Nice.
$19.99 for Kindle, and $32 for a hardcover.
I'm totally getting a hardcover. I'm all about the books and the smell of books, mate. I fucking hate Kindles. Audiobooks I'm not huge on. But so thank you very much to Mr. Twisted Frenzy, who's donated enough money tonight that I get to buy The World of Ice and Fire. Absolutely love it. And speaking of loving things, guys, we've got a whole 40 minutes until Season 8, Episode 4 of Game of Thrones starts. I'm looking forward to it. How about you guys? Oh, it's very shit bag for the Streamlabs.
Why are you running?
Holy hell. Drunken uncle on a Sunday. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
You are certainly worthy for a Scaly Furry Shitbag. Thank you very much for the $5 Streamlabs. And I'll make sure I put that towards a fucking stunning historical book as well. But I think we might have reached the end of this stream, guys. Aww.
Yeah, there's a Night of the Seven Kingdoms that's 100 years before Game of Thrones.
Oof. Now that's the series we want. I mean, about 100 years before, that would be good. But then, all the things with the Mad King and everything and leading up to that. I mean, actually seeing Jaime kill the Mad King, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He did a book called Fire and Blood: A History of the Targaryens.
That's the prequel. That's the movie I want, because the Targaryens have got the richest history. I mean, not only did they fucking take out all of the Seven Kingdoms, no one knows what happened at Dawn either. They just went there, and Dawn just kind of went, yeah, all right. Like, no blood was shed. There was just a conversation, and then people fucked off and went, we're part of the Seven Kingdoms now, by the way. Was it Dawn? I think it was Dawn. Viper in the chat says, well, have fun watching it. See, I knew you didn't fucking watch it.
We will have fun watching it.
Oh, we will. We're gonna. We've got a WhatsApp group set up, just me, Bear, and Sinatra, so we can text each other. Although we found a bit of an issue with that, didn't we? Because in the UK we have advert breaks every 15 minutes, whereas in the USA you have the intro sequence, then an ad break, then the show, then an ad break, and then the outro sequence.
No. It's an ad, then some long HBO intro, and then the show.
And then, yeah. So, I mean, we meet up towards the end.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying. That's when it's... I thought we'd solved it by setting up this WhatsApp group, but no. It's cultural differences, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. We've got Functional saying, Dawn, House Martell, Unbent, Unbowed, Unbroken, Drunk... Martell rules, he says. I don't know. Are there any Martells even left? There's like 4 houses left. 5 if you include Baratheon. I think.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Right, well, guys, thank you ever so much for coming and hanging out with us. We really, really hope you enjoy this upcoming episode of Game of Thrones as much as we are sure to. And, mate, I make it my fucking personal business to enjoy an episode, even if it's shit. Chuckle says, did anyone see the link? The leak? Not in this stream, motherfucker! We do not do spoilers. We don't even do trailers here, Chuckles.
What do we say to spoilers?
Not today! Fantastic. Thank you ever so much to Mr. Twisted Frenzy. Well, mainly, I think it is, isn't it? Scaly Fairy Shitbag and Dark Zaid for the wonderful, wonderful donations. I think we're going to be back for another episode next week. Who knows what fucking OBS overlay I'll choose for that one? We don't know. We don't know. But we will definitely be back tomorrow on the R8 Bear channel at 10:30pm GMT, 5:30pm EST for your regularly scheduled episode of the Ghost Poo Podcast. Anything you guys want to add before we go?
Nah. Nope.
Okay. Thanks very much, guys. Don't rate the dial.